Rurouni Kenshin, the upcoming collab coming to our favorite game.
グランドサマナーズ
For our first half, we are getting Mr. Himura Kenshin himself and Sagara Sanosuke. These two are like the good guys of the show. So Himura Kenshin here, he is light human. He has slots already include a 6-star physical, 5-star defense, 4-star physical, or support. 6-star physical slot, which I believe is where his true weapon slot would go to. His true Sakamoto deals 10,000% light physical damage, and for 8 seconds reduces the enemy's light res by 30%, and additionally if the user is human, it will reduce the enemy's damage res by 20% for 8 seconds on a 55-second CT. This main effect is just nuking, and that's it, because the CT is too long and the duration is really short. But when it is equipped on him, he will have a 50% crit damage increase, and also have a self APS of 1 per second. And attack increases by 5%. Since most equips don't actually give you more than 1 APS, this is really good on them. Second slot is a 5-star defense slot. Now what we usually recommend for 5-star defense slots, anything for whatever stage you're doing. If the enemy's a light enemy, bring a light res equip. If the enemy's a dark enemy, bring a dark res equip, and so on. And then for his 4-star slot, because it's a 4-star physical, and because Mines is also coming back, Grief is a really good equip that you can get from beating the normal B3 boss. And though it may consume a lot of HP, it does increase arts by a lot. So if you are feeling spicy and LB7 him, the 4-star support, always a good spot for something like Arc Ignite and whatnot. Though I would not recommend LB7 because it's a 4-star slot. Alright, starting with his skill. It deals 3000% of light physical damage, it increases his own arts by 30, and if it crits, an extra 20, so a total of 50 arts on a 12-second CT. Really good self APS. There's not much you can ask for from this. Skills giving arts is just really good in general. His arts deals 27,000% light physical damage and increases allies' next super arts damage by 100%. This is similar to Charlotte, to the Ascended Charlotte that's coming out soon. Basically just increases your next arts or super arts damage by 150% for each ally. Only one ally gets it once, so not just because one ally already uses super arts, the other ally can't. So every ally has one usage of this. It's really good for damage support. Other than that, it is what it is. True arts deals 65,000% light physical damage. Each time True Arts is used, permanently increases light allies attack by 50%, up to 200%. This is like Sunraku's like self-attacking increase every time he uses his super arts. And for 20 seconds, increases allies above 50% HP's arts by 6 per second. Because it's an HP type arts gen, it's a type F arts gen, it will not stack with anyone else who has an HP conditioned arts gen. Mono Light, yeah, Mono Light. Really good for Mono Light. They all have an attack increase and have, arts gen. I can see some synergy here with Nanon, as Nanon has this, this attack to damage ratio thing, which buffs her damage significantly with attack percent. So yeah, that's really good because it's permanent 200% attack. So this True Arts is really good. It's not just Nanon that also gets buffed. Any light unit in general is just doing more damage now with 6 APS, which is really good. The Super Arts deals 180,000% light physical damage and increases his own super crit rate by 50% for the duration of Super Arts. And for 30 seconds, increases all allies crit rate by 100%. 50% is nice, and also he gives all allies crit rate. So yeah, he's a straight up, as you can see here, a sub DPS. He does good damage on his own and provides crit rate for the team, arts gen, damage, all of that. His first passive is for the first 30 times human allies in party of the quest, increase allies damage res by 10 times the number of light allies in the party percent. So max of 120 seconds and 40%. Really good. If you have a full mono light human team, you have 120 seconds of 40% damage res. That's 2 minutes of 40% damage res, which is really good, especially since most teams do struggle in the beginning of a quest. Some teams do struggle later on, but most teams will struggle in the beginning, and for 2 minutes, that is really, really good. So yeah, Monolight Human, if you're trying to make a Monolight Human team, there are a ton of good Monolight or human light allies or characters. Name a few. Summer Chloe is great. Nanon, as I mentioned before. Priestess, if you have her. Emperor, by the way. Beyond Fate Emperor and Normal Emperor work really well. Hazuki, decent. You can have Miranda as your tank. Like, she'll probably be immortal, basically, with these two together. He also himself has a increase on damage by 1% times own attack divided by 100 thing. So, attack to damage passive. It's less than Nanon's, but yeah, really good. He also scales quite high, too. And he also has 100% paralysis resistance. Yeah, overall, Himura Kenshin is probably the gem of this crossover for, like, in general. Our next character here is Sagura Sanosuke. He's just like he's your dumb martial artist fighter guy in the show. Yeah, he's a water and he's human. He has fully physical slots until you LB7 him. He gets a 4-star defense. So his 6-star physical slot, obviously you can throw his true weapon. You can also put it in his 5-star physical slot because it's a 5-star true weapon. It does 8,000% to water physical damage, and for 10 seconds reduces enemies' water res by 40%. Additionally, if he is human, which he is, for 10 seconds increases all own accuracy by 30%. It's very mid. It's a 40% res down, accuracy 30% up for 10 seconds on a 50-second CT, which is really mediocre. There's better equips for water res and whatnot. So when it's equipped on him, it increases his own damage by 40% and equips CT speed by 20%. Also has a 5% physical res increase, but that equipped CT speed is really important. Really good. Other equips you can put on here include like Izanagi or any like long equipped CT equip. And then the 4-star physical slot, Grief, as I mentioned before, really good. There's some other ones you could find. I think there was like this Water Priscilla clothes that you could put on, increases water attack, which can work on this guy. But yeah, other than that, 4-star physical equips, they aren't too good. I'm pretty sure there is like some good stuff in Grand Battle that you can throw in them. And LB7, I wouldn't even mention it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. And starting with his skill, it does a solid 5,000 water physical damage, increases on arts by 40. It's less than Kenshin's, but still really good. Arts, 25,000 water physical damage, and increases allies' arts by 20, and for 20 seconds increases allies' paralysis and freeze res by 100%. This is on a normal arts, by the way. So you could literally go into the quest and start off with this, and you don't have to worry about freeze and paralysis res unless the boss guarantees it or reduces your resistance. But yeah, this is really good. You could spam this as arch gen for whatever reason. But yeah, really good. His true arts deals a 70,000% water physical damage, and for 30 seconds increases ally skill CT speed and BE output by 75%. And water ally skill CT speed and BE output by an additional 75%. So if you run a water team, you have 150% more BE output and skill CT. This is like Summer Iris' skill CT thing. The 150% water BE output is, I think, the highest in the game. Many people aren't a big fan of BE output, but I feel like, I don't exactly know, but this 150% might be a lot and might actually be a reliable source of arts gen. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see some testing, but if it works really well, then this is actually really good. This 150% skill CT speed is really nice, especially if you have all those like arts gauge upskill CTs, and then at that point you could literally ignore actual sources of arts gen and rely on skills alone, which would be funny. His super arts deals 200,000% water physical damage. It ignores enemies' defense for the duration of his super arts, and additionally, if used when above 80% HP for 70 seconds, increase own super arts damage by 150%. And this is stackable. This could potentially be one of the hardest hitting super arts in game without crit, because this is stackable for 70 seconds. So if you spammed the hell out of this damage could stack up a lot. I think he can do 1 billion or like way more than 1 billion in the free practice, which is really good. Though most of the time you won't be spamming this and be cycling through like arts, true arts, super art type thing. Or you might not even be using super arts if you don't want his DPS. But near death, he'll heal allies HP by 100% and arts by 100. So when his HP becomes red, he'll instantly heal and he'll have 100 more arts. It's not going to be reliable at all, but still nice. His second passive increases his own damage against giant bosses by 50%. Those big bosses, he'll do 50% more too. It's nothing crazy. And then increase our damage against enemies and break by 50%. He himself actually doesn't really break that hard, so you're gonna need someone else to break it if you want this to take this passive into account. That about concludes everything from the first part of Rurouni Kenshin. Yeah, overall, summon on this banner. If you don't give a crap for Kenshin, I would skip, because Sanosuke, he's niche. You don't need him for anything. Of course, if you do get him, he's not terrible. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, if you even watched to this point, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.